There you go. Any fish. Just trying to watch a video this morning. YouTuber that I like does some good stuff, and they run this ad. You know, of course, right in the middle of it. And it's a Super Bowl ad that I didn't see prior to this. But let me just play this a little bit here.
When we were young, we wanted to be epic.
Alright, that's simple enough, right? And we go to the very first scene of this. And what do you see there? It looks to me, I mean, forgive me if I'm mistaken, but planets, does it not? It's like Earth. So one would assume if that's the sun, then that would be Venus, maybe. Maybe that's Mercury, Earth. Moon looks awfully big compared to the Earth, unless it's like, you know, way closer, which scale-wise doesn't make sense. This looks like some sort of an alignment, right? Sun, whatever that is, Venus, Earth, Mars, and Mars has this string coming off of it. And whatever this is, looks like a clay ball, but it has some kind of a spiral in it. You can see it. And that is almost as obvious as you can be, I guess, to assume that that's Earth, and that that's Venus, and that that's Mars, because that's blue, and that's blue and green, and full of life, and that's red. And if you believe in what they call a solar system, there you have it. Question is why is this image put up here for literally less than a second at the very beginning of this commercial?
Young, we wanted to be epic. We rode on the backs of dragons and dreamt of flying cars. We were taught that power...
Now stop it right there and go back.
Dreamt of flying cars.
He dreamt of flying cars, but right before that, listen to what he says. Put the volume up a little more here.
We wanted to be epic. We rode on the backs of dragons.
We rode on the backs of dragons. Keep watching.
And dreamt of flying had to
but brute strength was not enough.
learn grace. We found that staying true to who you are is all that matters.
Staying true to who you are is all that matters.
That balance isn't found, it's created.
Balance isn't found, it's created.
And the ability to reinvent ourselves is the most human trait of all.
The ability to reinvent ourselves is the most human trait of all.
All this to grow fearless, so that when we got the chance...
Now I want you to take note of all these things, because I ain't going to spend an hour and a half. Let me play it the rest of the way through.
we could deliver that flying car, and once again, ride on the backs of dragons.
And once again, ride on the backs of dragons. Yeah, that image. There's some more stuff in here. And this is all... I mean, do you know what it takes to put together one of these commercials and then play it on the Super Bowl? How many freaking Alfa Romeos you think you're gonna sell, man? You know what I mean? This is talking to their crowd. This is just, an expression to their brethren of darkness. And again, the whole purpose of showing you these things, look at their emblem. It's a serpent, or dragon, if you will. It's a dragon, the crown, and a man in its mouth. This is Alfa Romeo. Who owns Alfa Romeo? Well, it's the House of Visconti. That's the family that to this day owns Alfa Romeo. There's that seal. I will not violate the snake's uses. Okay? A noble house. Who else was in the Visconti family? Well, for one, we have a Pope, Pope Gregory X. He reigned in 1271 to 1276. Renowned director of the... oh, man. I mean, you could go on and on. Okay? So they're putting this cryptic solar system alignment for a split second in the beginning of the commercial. And then they show you and tell you how you have the trait of reinventing yourself. They're directly associated with the Roman Catholic Church. They've had a pope in their family. The serpent and dragon are their family crest, their logo, whatever you want to call it. Where else do we see the dragon and whatnot? Well, it's where they choose the Pope. This is a mural called The Final Judgment, painted by Michelangelo around the year 1512. Okay? Right around the same time as Pope Gregory. And a dragon is their shield, crest, and logo for centuries, since they began. And this is the room where this Final Judgment mural, which, by the way, depicts the true history of humankind. Everything and anything exists in this mural. And what is the mural? Well, this is where we see if you have eyes to see. This mural is the dragon. He is the dragon. In the Vatican, where all the brass of the Catholic Church meet, this is where all the cardinals meet, specifically to choose the Pope. And I bet you they're deep in prayer when they're doing it to this guy. Choose Francis. I have plans for him. Okay? I mean, y'all gotta just... the eyes to see, the ears to hear. I mean, I could sit here and go through virtually the entire Bible and spend a day on that one commercial alone and how they are using this symbolism and numerology and their serpent language to mold you, prepare you subconsciously to accept their system while getting you and keeping you as far away from the true God, the true Father in heaven. Okay? Who came here? He came here and sacrificed in the flesh himself so that you and I can be redeemed and be forgiven of this wickedness that we've just been thrown into. We're merely in a prison. And that's just as simple as it is. You're born into this prison. And while you're here, that serpent runs the show in the flesh, and his job is to get you as far away from God the Father as he can, and deeper into the flesh and into his temptations and into his darkness. And it's very tempting. My life is riddled with darkness. But I'm here to tell you that time is short. And I know this. So hear now this, O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not. There is a way that you can develop your eyes to see and your ears to hear. It's called humility, and it's called having enough of this wickedness and not wanting to participate in it anymore. And humbling yourself, and getting on your knees and acknowledging Father in heaven, the creator of all, the creator of the creators, which is a whole adventure in itself that we could get into at some time. Fact of the matter is, you need, if you haven't already, to be saved, man. The reason Jesus spoke in parables, and the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? Meaning the people, us, essentially. He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it's not given. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given. Okay? For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away, even that he hath. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they seeing see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Esaias, which saith, By hearing ye shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see, and shall not perceive. For this people's hearts is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. And he will heal you. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. The answer is in this book. I hope you seek him, and I hope that something that I'm doing helps. I really, truly do. With all my intent, this is what I'm trying to do. Is to help you develop the ears and the eyes. Because, again, we only have but a short time. Peace and grace to you all. He's here. But he doesn't have any power over you if you walk in the Spirit. Seek him.